Hey there, fellow investors. Today, we're diving into the world of the ASX 200 and exploring some of the key updates that are shaping the Australian market. Now, I know what you might be thinking: another day, another set of financial reports and takeover bids. But trust me, there's more to this story than meets the eye. So, let's get started and uncover the hidden gems and potential pitfalls that could impact your portfolio. First things first, the ASX 200 futures are pointing down, with a projected 1% decline at the opening bell. This might seem like a negative start, but it's essential to look beyond the surface and understand the underlying factors. One of the key drivers of this movement is the war in the Middle East, which is casting a shadow over the reporting season. Now, I personally think that this is a critical moment for the market, as the outcome of this conflict could have far-reaching implications for global economies. What makes this really interesting is the role of US President Donald Trump. His decision to cancel a planned attack on Iran has introduced an element of uncertainty, which could impact not only the Middle East but also the global financial markets. This raises a deeper question: how will this geopolitical shift affect the ASX 200 in the long term? Now, let's shift our focus to some of the specific updates that are making headlines. One of the most notable stories is the takeover bid for FleetPartners by PEP-backed SG Fleet. In my opinion, this move could have significant implications for the Australian logistics sector. What many people don't realize is that FleetPartners is a key player in the supply chain, and its acquisition by SG Fleet could lead to increased efficiency and cost savings. However, it also raises concerns about potential job losses and the impact on smaller businesses. Another story that caught my eye is the acquisition of Cboe Australia by TMX Group. This move is interesting because it highlights the growing importance of the Australian market in the global financial landscape. From my perspective, it suggests that the ASX 200 is becoming an increasingly attractive destination for foreign investors, which could lead to increased liquidity and market stability. Now, let's talk about some of the individual stocks that are making waves. FireFly Metals, for example, has scored a major win with its Canadian gold project. Personally, I think this is a fascinating development, as it showcases the potential for Australian companies to make significant discoveries in the resources sector. However, it also raises questions about the sustainability of the gold market and the impact of geopolitical tensions on commodity prices. Speaking of resources, SKS Technologies is expected to beat profit guidance, which is a positive sign for the tech sector. In my opinion, this highlights the resilience of the Australian tech industry, despite the challenges posed by the global economic downturn. Now, let's shift our focus to the property market. The decline in auctions in Sydney and Melbourne is a concerning development, especially given the impact of higher borrowing costs and weak sentiment. However, it also presents an opportunity for investors to snap up bargains and capitalize on the current market conditions. Finally, let's talk about the surge in sales of electric vehicles and hybrids. The increase in excise paid by drivers is a significant development, but it also highlights the growing popularity of EVs and the need for governments to invest in charging infrastructure. In conclusion, the ASX 200 is a complex and dynamic market, with a wide range of factors influencing its movements. From geopolitical tensions to takeover bids and individual stock performances, there's a lot to keep an eye on. Personally, I think that the key to success in this market is to stay informed, be adaptable, and take a long-term view. So, what do you think? Are there any specific updates that have caught your eye? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more insightful commentary on the world of finance.